Welcome back to Thewillowbrook Homestead, y'all. I think that one felt right. I went through my head like 3 times how I was going to say we're doing, but welcome back. And then in my head, the song, welcome back, start playing. And then I was like, welcome to the Jesse Show. I was like, well, it's not the Jesse Show, it's Thewillowbrook Homestead. So welcome back to Thewillowbrook Homestead, where we raise meat chickens. Yeah, I want to show you that because that is our next little batch. I think I mentioned before that I'm trying to get enough in monthly so that I have birds monthly. It's like a little bit more regular for my customers. So those didn't come in exactly a month like I wanted, because I'm guessing with, sorry, it's windy. I don't know if it's affected this or not. Give me 1 second. Sorry, there's a storm coming in, and so it's windy. But what I was saying is, what was I saying? Oh, about the birds. I was like, what was going on? I guess because of like the bird flu and stuff like that, it's not as available. So what I did is I tried to get orders in as close to a month apart as possible. Those I actually went through Price's Country Store, which I have gone through before, and I did a whole series on some birds that died, but it ended up being my fault. So I do shop with them again because I was able to get them here sooner. McMurray didn't have any available until April, which I did also purchase that batch, and they will be here April. So they're going. Our other ones are good. They will be processed at the end of this month, which means we have to get our processing plant buttoned up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now, can't really tell because, like I said, a storm is coming. This side at this time of day, we get some good sunshine, starting to come out just a little bit, and it just basically beats right here. So my dad used to work at a tennis complex where they have these like wind buffers, and they would have to change them out, of course, so they would look good, and he would bring this home because they're not in bad shape. So what I'm going to do is on this corner, or this side, I'm going to hang it to stop so much light coming through. And then I did have 2 mats left. I mentioned that too. I put them right here, a little bit further out from here, because like I just cut the grass, so I have grass clippings on there. You know, well, maybe if I put some further out, then I'll kill the grass more here. I don't know. I just didn't have anything else to do with them, so I just put them there. And then I have to figure out where I'm gonna put the kill cones. Chili dilly. You can tell now that the light is coming through. Well, obviously now it's shaded, but because the sun came out, and you can see kind of what I'm talking about. See, it's really bright, and now that we have that there, it's kind of shading most of it in here, because when it wasn't, all that sun hitting down yonder. Now I know it doesn't go all the way to the ground. I'm not worried about it going all the way to the ground. I'm mainly worried about the majority of the sun that goes in there. It's protecting the majority of like my plucker and stuff. And yes, obviously it is too long, so we will just cut it. I can hang out over here. Watch me cut it. Maybe. Let's see how this works. Yeah, boom. Look at that. One thing I'm thinking about it though, whenever I have it, since I have it here and it's kind of swaying in the wind, is I could make it like I could get some poles, and when I'm not using it, it can make like a cover area for more shade, like when we're using it. Or what I'm kind of thinking about doing, I'm gonna put a weight at the bottom so it doesn't fly so much. But what I'm thinking about doing is I'll just like hang it up and then use my canopy over here to kind of help with more shade if we need it when we're processing. But we're not usually processing this late in the day. Right now it's like 5 o'clock. I process a lot earlier, and the sun comes up over here and makes over here about 5 o'clock. So honestly, I'll probably just roll it about the way, use my canopy if it's raining for more area out here. Now we have to figure out what we want to do with our kill cones. Do I want to put them on here, like mount them on here? For the time being, I'm going to just use the kill cone to heaven setup, and but right here it's all slopey. Let's go get it, and then we can kind of move it around. All right, so here's where we got them. So what I'm thinking is, should we just mount them to that door? I did kind of think about maybe, so on the other side of this door, this door is not functional. There's stuff on the other side of it. I could clean that out, be able to open the door for the cones. Now, it'd give me access to the inside of this part of the barn or the shed. Store my coolers right here too. I've got them over here right now. So I'm thinking I'm just going to mount them to the door on the outside and not worry about trying to make that functional. Because honestly, with it being outside, it's going to get rained on and help clean them up and stuff like that. And I mean, they're metal, so it's not really going to hurt them being outside like that. And that way we can cut, scald, pluck, if it's right, everything onto the inside. I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, like that. But before I do that, before I do something semi-permanent, I'm probably just going to use that. And then for this first class I have going on, that's going to be in here, that way I can see if I do need to change up any of my setup. If the table, I did figure out that this table, I can raise it up. So I raised it up higher. It's not at waist height, it's like right underneath my waist, but it's still a lot higher than it was. I can probably use some more PVC to raise it up a little bit more. That way it will be, and that's probably what I will do, because this also is not level. That way I can cut the PVC and level up the table. Right now it's semi-level. It's pretty good. So we'll do that. We also have to figure out on the chicken plucker, the whole drain thing. It's not gonna be too hard. We can figure that out when we run the water out. So yeah. So we will wait. We'll still leave some things relatively able to be moved, not so permanent, until after this first butchering. That way I can see how the flow is. In my head, it's doing all right, but you never know. You know how my mind works. You know how my head is, right? Could be wrong. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll wait on that. I have to clean this table off and stuff. I also have this faucet that I'm thinking of mounting like on the table somewhere. Like if I could put it like right here on the edge, so I can kind of spray it, or put it like in the middle, so again spray this off. Use it for spraying chicken or something, or not use it at all. I don't know. Y'all are sitting kind of cockeyed right now. I don't realize that, but I can either put it on this, or I'm going to be putting a chill tank sink. It's an old utility sink that we took out of the utility room in our house, that I'm going to be putting right here, and that way I can keep, it's pretty deep, put cold water in it, ice. That'll be the chill tank after the evisceration. And I was thinking I could use that faucet on that again to spray the chicken. But I'm not 100% sure on that part yet. It doesn't really do a lot of movement. I might not even use it at all. I got it for free, so you know how we are using free stuff. Maybe we can find a way to use it or not use it at all. I did look up on Amazon those longer sprayers that have like the squeeze handle that you see in like kitchens and utility commercial kitchens. So they're like $80. So again, we're gonna do what we can with what we got right now for this first butchering into like the next butchering, depending on what we can find and how things work. But yeah, it's coming along. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it works out. So stick around. We're gonna learn together.